Welcome, Afonso.
Thanks for having
I'm
me.
glad that you are here. Um, so, can you introduce yourself for the viewers?
Yes, I can. My name is Afonso. I'm from Portugal, and I came here 2 years ago.
And what are you studying
I'm
in
studying
the Netherlands?
international business.
And do you like it so far?
No, no, I'm kidding. You take that out. Yeah, I do love the Netherlands. I think it's a great place to study. And comparing to my city in Portugal, we don't have that many advantages in terms of study. So when I was looking at countries where I wanted to go, I chose the Netherlands because it seemed the best option. And since I'm like a young kid, I always wanted to study abroad because my mom put that into me when I was like since 10 until now. So that's why I'm here.
Can you name any benefits that you are experiencing while you are studying in the
Sure.
Netherlands?
So for me, the greatest benefit that I have until now is having friends all over the world. So if I go to countries in Europe or outside of Europe, most likely I'm gonna have a friend of mine that can give me shelter. So that's a great part of it. I think having friends all over the world is like a really good thing, or in terms of like connections, but also in terms of, for example, I have an entrepreneurial mindset, so I want to have my own company in the future. So for me, having friends with the same equal mindset as me, it's good in the future because if I have something that I need, I can ask them for help and vice versa for them.
Yeah, that's true. You can get a lot of pieces of advice from people surrounding you who has similar thoughts and opinions on a certain topic. That's for sure. It's a really good thing that there are a lot of people who wish to study abroad, and since they already stepping out of their comfort zone, that's something which the majority of the people won't make. So you are already standing out when you make a decision like this.
Yep.
So I couldn't agree more on this one. Do you like the design-based education that we have? So we are like studying in a
Yeah, that's one of the parts why I came here. I'm a very practical student, and in Portugal we just have theory. For example, when I talk to my friends when I'm here, because they kept calling me to see if I was okay because I came alone. Um, I asked them, since they asked me, I asked them how is it like studying there, and they basically have no time. They spend 24/7 studying. They have very short time to do their own things. For example, one good thing of being here, like one of the best, is like being able to be independent from your parents. Um, you can work and do your own money, and you don't have to ask for parents for any money. And all my friends, none of them can do that because they need to study. Otherwise, it's gonna fail because it's only theory. There's zero practical information, and that's why I love the design that this school has.
what would be a piece of advice that you would give to a student who wish to study abroad?
Just come, just make that decision. Talk to your parents, and if your parents do not agree, try to explain to them the advantages that I'm addressing here, and you can even try to find someone online that can speak to your parents. For example, my mother had a friend, and I talked to that friend for him to explain to me what are the advantages and disadvantages. So it was a great thing. I mean, I didn't need it because my mom already like pushed me to go because she already knows because she studied in France for 7 years and also worked. So she knew how good it is for me and for my future career, and it was not difficult to me to say to my mom I want to go because she was like, yes, go. So just go, just try to explain, try to find friends that also want to go with you if you can. But if you are the only one like me, I didn't have any friends that wanted to go with me, but I was like, this is the best path for me. If you want to make friends, if you want to learn important things for your future, if you want to have a best diploma, better than in your country, just make that decision and come to wherever your desires is.
What skills of yours do you think that it's already enhanced along your educational journey here? Do you think that you um, could improve on any of your skills since you are studying abroad?
Well, I'm perfect now. So skills I already improved, right? So enhanced. So I had a terrible English in my childhood. It was terrible. I didn't know anything. And then I went to a bilingual school, and for 4 years, I had all the classes in English. I had math in English, chemistry, all those classes that you normally have in Portuguese or whatever country you are. I had them in English. So it was a great start for me to improve my English so greatly in those 3 years. And I hated English. You know, I love the language. I love to speak it. I love to understand it. I love how you can use the words properly in certain terms of, conversation you're having. Um, so I think one of the greatest things that improved was my English, my vocabulary. So reading, for example, you can improve your English. Nothing is going to be greater than you going to the country that you want to, study or live and learn their language. I came here. I'm full of international students. The school is in English, so English is going to improve. If you go to Germany, to a Germany, school, you're going to learn German. That's how things work. So yeah, my English I think improved by a lot.
What is the biggest culture shock that you experienced by you are studying abroad?
I don't know if this counts. I think it does. For example, in Portugal, you're like normally when you greet people, you do 2 kisses on the cheek or just one. And all the Portuguese, all my friends, I have a lot of friends that are Portuguese here. We all are used to, we meet someone. Oh, how are you? What's your name? Hi, nice to meet you. That's it. And and then I came here and I was doing that and just people just getting away, and I was like, I'm sorry. I didn't know you didn't do that. So people don't do certain stuff that your culture does. So despite your culture being a very normal thing, if you come here, it's not that normal. So you gotta not be careful, but just you gotta respect other people's cultures. There's some things that people do. There's some things that people don't. So respect the other people's culture as they respect your own.
Yeah, true. And you just have to be aware of the cultural
Exactly.
differences that might occur in basic conversations during the days. Um, 2 other questions that I'm gonna ask you. The first one is, did you regret studying abroad?
No. I didn't let you finish because I already knew what you were gonna say. So no, I do not regret. Again, for the multiple friends that I have, for the experience. One thing that I might say is, if you are very connected to the family, I'm very family oriented, and in the beginning you're so euphoric to be here, be alone, or even if you come with a friend or two, you just want to see what this has to offer, and you just want to explore everything that you can and everything that is around you, meet new people, go to parties, explore the city, explore the country. So in the first few months, I didn't even was aware that I was not going to see my family for like 3 or 4 months. But there was one time that it hit me, and I spent a day like, wow, literally in shock. And finally came to my head that, yeah, I'm not going to see my family. And I think for me is I have 2 little brothers, and my mom is always saying like you're going to miss your brothers are going to really miss you because you're like a really role model for them. So every time I thought about that, I was like, shit. Because, I love my family and I love my brothers, and just knowing that I am a part of their life and they like need my help for their sort of stuff, and I'm not present in their lives. Let's say, of course, I'm present, but I'm not there. It wasn't easy to accept the fact that, yeah, I'm not there all the time now. But you just gotta, they'll understand. They'll see that you are happy. My brothers see how happy I am when I call them, and I show them my international friends, and they speak to them if they have the courage. But yeah, that was not easy, but you'll get through it.
Does the fact that you are surrounded with also Portuguese people mend your homesickness?
There was days, like in the first, when I arrived, it was like 2 or 3 months in, but then it passed, and then it became like easier, but not that easier, but just easier because you're like used to the fact that you're not going to see your family for that period of time. So, but yeah, for sure you're going to have homesickness, especially if you're family oriented. But that's not something that you should let you stop from coming. Like, don't let that stop you from, following your dreams or studying in that university that you want to study, or go to that specific country that you really, really want to go to since you're a child, or even if you just figure it out right now, just take that decision and go, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. All of us make mistakes. And your family might not support you now, but in the future, trust me, they're going to understand why you did it.
I also think that sometimes you just have to embrace the uncomfortable, and you just have to be fine being uncomfortable. And even if you are like family oriented or introvert or something, you just have to fight off these boundaries and just try to, start with a blank page when you're moving to another country, especially alone.
Yeah.
And just take all the opportunities that might emerge during the way and along your educational journey. So that's for sure. And also, to my eye, I can't really experience homesickness that much. I also have a lot of Hungarians surrounding me. But the other thing is, we as international students experience such a lot impulses during our days. Like, small positive, like, I don't know, impacts, activities and everything. There are a lot of going on during these days of our studies that I physically don't have, or like, let's say, literally I don't have the time to bother myself with homesickness. Like, I can't focus on homesickness.
Yeah, you have so much stuff to do.
Yes.
That you don't have time to like understand or comprehend why that is happening to you. Yeah, okay, makes sense.
Well, Afonso, thank you for this session. I'm really glad that you came, and I hope you enjoyed it.
I really love it. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Anything else that you might add to the viewers before we are going?
Just don't give up and just do it.
Nice. Thank you, Afonso.
You're welcome.
Obrigado.